If you're taking your dog to the vet, there are a couple of things that you can be doing to prepare for that vet visit to make it the most successful and productive possible. Tomorrow, I'm taking my dogs for their annual checkups and their vaccinations, and I've done several things. We've got lots of videos on them that we talked about here on the channel that I am doing and putting into place for this vet visit to make sure it's not pure and utter chaos and I forget things. So the first thing that I am doing is going through my notes. I have a note on my phone where I have just listed bullet points of things I need to discuss with my vet, things I want them to check, things I need to have discussions on, and it's kind of in a random order. So I sat down earlier today and I recreated that list, but this time I did it in sections. So I actually have overall questions, and then I have a section for each individual dog because they're going to get their own examinations. And then I have questions that are not specific to my dogs and my situations, but things I would like answers for. Then when I have it all situated out, I actually have it set up so I can just click on a button to indicate I have discussed this with the vet. I've already handled this, so that when I get to the end of my meeting with my veterinarian, I can just scroll through the list and make sure I didn't skip anything or miss anything, because everything is going to be toggled on as a little checkbox, so I don't have to worry about it in the aftermath of things. I don't have to then follow up through email or a phone call or whatever it happens to be. I've got my list, and I also have that list prioritized and designed in a way where it's cohesive. So if I have questions on two similar things, I put them together instead of 5 items apart to make sure it's an easier conversation for us to have. I'm also preparing snackle boxes. These are just little boxes I'm taking with treats for my dog because I have, and you probably have experienced this as well, gone to the vet where they need my dog to hold still for something like shots or checking their temperature or something that's a little bit on the uncomfortable side, and it takes a little bit of time. And they've handed me a tiny little treat and I hoped that it lasted for the full 2 minutes, which it did not. I also have a dog with food allergies. She cannot have just any old random treat. And so now I'm bringing a snackle box that has a variety of treats, bigger and smaller. Some of them are pieces of their kibble and their unkibble. Some of them are actual treats. Some of them are going to be like some of the little fun human foods that they're allowed to eat, so that I have a variety so that I can take it as needed. And if I don't use it all, that's fine. I can then use it over the next couple of days. I'm also making sure that I have photos on my phone. I have a full and complete list of anything that they're eating, anything that is going into or onto their bodies, anything that is going to be consumed or absorbed into them, so that my vet can look those over if we need to have that discussion. So when they ask me what type of food are they on, or are they on any supplements or medications? Are you giving them any kind of eardrops? All of that I have as pictures on my phone. I have a full video on how to do this. I'll link it down below for you. But this way, if I need to talk about something or something comes up in conversation and they need to okay it for my dog, or they need to know what's going on in case it would interact with some kind of medication they were being given or something, it's all there. I don't have to call home and hope somebody answers and can give me that information. I don't have to try to Google it to figure it out. It's there and it's ready to go. I'm also making sure I've groomed my dog. So clipped their nails, trimmed out any mats under their ears or on their chin or on their chest. I've made sure that their paws are all groomed down so that it's easy for the vet to check over them, and we don't have a bunch of extra fur or any issues that might prohibit or prevent them from being able to do the best examination possible. Also, I want them to look pretty. It reflects on me and it reflects on you, so I always make sure that I'm grooming my dogs within 2 or 3 days of taking them to the vet. I try not to do it the same day because we know, especially when it comes to paw grooming, if you clip their nails, those are going to be a little sharp for a day or two. So I try to do that 1 to 2 days before I go to the vet. And then I make sure I'm taking anything that I'm going to need. Leashes, harnesses. I am actually bringing some extra things that I need to show my vet because my dogs are going through things. One of my dogs has very dry skin, so I packed a comb so I could brush through her and show all the dry, flaky skin coming off, so we can have a discussion about how to fix that and some things that we can do to help my poor puppy with her allergies. And so I have everything that I need ready to go, packed, and I have extra things in the car should I need them. Extra leashes just in case, cleaning products just in case, all of those things. And then I have a game plan. I'm taking three dogs to the vet, and they're not all going into the room at the same time, so that we don't have puppies trying to play with each other while we're also trying to answer questions and do examinations. So I have somebody that's coming with me, and they will be staying in the car with 2 of the 3 puppies while I take one of the puppies in to have those discussions, and then I'm going to swap them out. And I have a game plan for which order those dogs are going to go into the vet's office. I'm also not taking them to sit in the lobby. I don't want my dogs to be in that stressful environment, and I don't want them to be in an environment around people who sometimes cannot control their pets. So I'm making sure I have a very clear, specific plan before I go to the vet, and I'm making sure I do all of this the day before so that I'm not trying to figure it out on the drive there, so that I'm not trying to figure it out when I arrive, so that everything is peaceful and does not have any stress, so that it's easy for us to go through the process, because vets are kind of scary for a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs don't like to go to the vet. They don't like to be on a table. They don't like to be on that cold, hard floor. And so making sure I'm prepared is going to help a lot when it comes to going to the vet. And my dogs actually do pretty well going to the vet, so I'm not overly worried about them, but I'm making sure I'm prepared for that. I'm also going to be bringing like a towel or a blanket, because my dogs despise the floors there. And I despise the floors. They are disgustingly dirty. So I will be bringing something to sit on the ground with my dog so that we can do this examination, assuming the vet is not going to pop them up on the table. Last time I was there, they didn't. And so now I know. Bring something to sit on so that I'm not cold, so that I'm not getting dirty, and my dogs aren't getting dirty either. Drop your questions down below, or if you have tips and tricks on things you should be doing to get ready for your vet visits. We would love to have a community discussion down below. Let us know what we should be chatting about, and follow along for daily videos helping you navigate the world of dog parenthood to help you level up for your pup to give them the best life possible with the most stress-free way for you. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.